Welcome back to the YTG Podcast.
Welcome.
You are new here, my name is Nico. I'm an automotive photographer and now amateur racing driver.
I'm Sean and I am the owner of this lovely shed in Keysborough, YTG Young Timers Garage.
Here
Welcome.
on the weekly-ish YTG, we're
Yes.
going to give you the sort of inside scoop inside the automotive industry in Australia, as well as some fantastic stories, motorsport, anything car
related.
So, and a bit of electric car hate. So yeah, join us on another episode, and we hope you enjoy. Welcome back to another episode. I hope you all had a chance after last episode to write to us in the comment section and tell us what you thought about that 992 Porsche. That is definitely a conversation that we want to have and focus on and get people talking about, because if we can get enough of the worldwide community excited about hybriding the right way, hopefully we can push for change in a positive direction. So talk about it. Tell your friends about it.
Yes.
Speak to your wife at dinner about it. So we will crack straight into this episode because Lawrence Stroll, Mr. Aston Martin Formula One, who is also Aston Martin CEO, just of the road company, just everything. He owns it all. Man's got money.
Man, he's a man. I like it.
So he has claimed to a reporter that the market still wants a manual gearbox.
100%.
Thank you very much,
100%.
mate. I absolutely
100%.
love it.
And Vanquish, his favourite car.
Yep.
Aston.
Yep. And so he has said that Aston Martin is launching a full investigation with market research into manuals, who wants them, how many they could sell.
Yep.
Apparently I forget what the model's called now, I didn't actually write the name down. That special, not Spectre, not Velour, one of those special edition Aston Martins that they did.
The 177 maybe.
No, later than that. So they had the
they did
the Valkyrie, they had the Vulcan,
Yeah.
and then there was a version
Spectre?
of the Vulcan
Yeah.
that was a road car, and it was
Yes.
a manual. It was a
Yes.
V12 manual.
Yes.
And apparently those sold like hotcakes. Like he just couldn't sell enough of them.
Yeah.
Oh, the opposite. Didn't have enough to sell. Like it's just everyone wanted them because of that manual gearbox.
Yep.
And that sort of blew them away. So
The fact that Gordon Murray's T50, same thing, mate. Manual.
I watched
Manual gearbox, mate.
I watched another thing on the T50. There's more stuff coming out of the T50. It's just the greatest car.
Have they delivered
ever
many?
Made.
Have they
They're being delivered now. More journalists are getting their hands on them.
Yeah.
It's just the greatest car ever made.
Yeah, the sound is epic.
Everything about it. It's just the design philosophy, the engine, the way the car works, how usable it is, the way it drives, the way that there is no electronic systems to make sure that you're pulling the clutch out right.
pure.
If you fuck up, up, and it'll tell you.
That's the pure essence, and that's quite fantastic.
Yeah,
that he did that.
yeah. And the fact that in one of these
I sort
videos
of
they
regret that whether or
drove
not we didn't pursue that. Sometimes I think about that.
the
GMA
thing.
yeah.
Look, I think it was with the
I think we're
downturn in the market, very bad timing.
Correct. It was the right decision. But deep down, I think to myself, for those that don't know, we had the opportunity to be a GMA distributor for Australia and New Zealand, but we chose not to. The current market circumstances, plus also we couldn't get the T50, and that's
correct. And that was
before
half the
allocation
issue.
Cars is, our clients wanted the T50, so what could we do? So, anyways,
the allocation was
that
for the
sound
33.
is epic,
Mate,
it
everything
is
about
epic.
it. So they drove the T50 back to back with the F1.
Yeah,
And to get out of the F1 and get into anything and it be a better experience is
pretty special.
Yeah. So, I mean, anyway, we won't keep rambling on about T50 because the whole episode will just be
watch
us,
it.
Right? Yeah, just
watch it. Go
oh my
watch it.
God. Amazing.
Yeah.
So I think you sent me this or someone sent me this. You did send me this. Our friend Deshaun, not Civic Type R Deshaun, a different Deshaun, who is a automotive photographer here in Melbourne, put up a post saying what manual sports cars are actually available on the market right now.
Well, yeah.
There's not that many.
No, I was going to say there's not.
So this is affordable, sporty cars that the everyday punter.
Yeah, but hang on. What's affordable? Because 80,000 would change for that hot hatch.
I know, it's
That's
pretty
not
crazy.
affordable.
It's not really affordable.
The fact that we were talking about 200K for a fucking RS4 wagon.
I know.
My head's still burning.
So we're looking at Subaru BRZ.
Yeah, I was going to say, it has to be one of those, isn't it?
And the
86s.
WRX still come in manual, even though the WRX is now a weird
Oh, that's not a
cross.
WRX.
Yeah,
what the
it's
fuck
a bit.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Anyway,
fucking rusty.
the GT86 and the Supra, obviously.
Yep.
I don't know if you can still get a Supra. Maybe
Yeah,
surely you can.
Don't know if the new ones are, but I know you could, which was good, basically.
And obviously the GR Yaris and Corolla, they're manual only.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Suzuki Swift Sport. I don't think anyone of our ilk could be buying a Suzuki Swift Sport, but hey, they make them in manual.
Mate, they were good fun cars when we had a Suzuki dealership. Yeah, it was a fun little thing.
Hyundai, obviously. Hyundai sort of killing the game with their
130s,
yeah. And I've had some interaction with their marketing department. They're just legends. They're all in the right state of mind. They're just doing the right thing. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
If we've got one, Hyundai, give us one.
i30N?
Yeah, i30N.
I know enough.
We'd like to road test one.
i30N.
Right,
I reckon
road
I got some dealer mates that are probably.
I was going to say, I've got a couple of mates who should
Yeah.
them up. I know Genesis offered me a GV80 coupe, which, a good friend of mine is the main man for Australia, and he was talking about it because I said, I've got a couple of clients that bought them, and I think they're fucking awesome. If you're not badge envy, you need something from Europe. They're a great car, mate.
Nowadays, they don't make a bad car. No one makes a bad car anymore.
Again, I was in Cooma. Stevie's missus, Candice, was driving I saw it and I went, that's cool. The new Hyundai Santa Fe. But it's like... It's
SUV.
Yeah, 7-seater, which, it's too big but for what we do. But it's really wedgy and boxy and square and very different, new look. Mm-hmm. Fucking amazing. Hybrid, 2-litre, turbo, cruising along, and he drives a Ranger. And I saw it and I went, mate, that's cool. It's different. I go, mate, yeah. And the technology, the value represented.
Yeah. Hyundai killing the game.
Mate,
they've come a long way.
Mate.
They've come a very long way.
Smashing it, mate.
Yeah.
Doing really, really well.
100%.
Really good.
Yeah. What else we got? Mazda MX-5, of course.
Is it?
Of course. You can still get one of those in a manual.
Yep.
That'll be the last car ever. will be a Mazda MX-5. The Arbath Fiat 500s, all the 695.
Are they still running those things in a manual?
Still get one of those in a manual.
Okay.
And obviously your Civic Type R.
Alphas make a manual?
No, because the 4C wasn't manual. Oh, no, the Giulia QV, but not in Australia. Can't get the manual in Australia.
Oh, really?
So the Quadrifoglio.
That's a fucking nice car. The GTA's a fucking animal, mate.
Dude.
That's a special car.
It's a cool car.
That's a special. But
the fact they didn't bring manual to Australia.
And yeah, that's a special car. The GTA comes in manual, I think.
Does it? I don't know.
With the big wing.
The GTA's that's
400,000.
Oh yeah, insane
ridiculous.
money. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's like a
It's
Black
silly.
Series Mercedes.
Yeah, it's silly. It's a beautiful car.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing.
F1, assistance by Sauber, but that's probably just stickers.
It's a cool looking car.
It's a fucking good looking car. I saw it at the fucking Point Leo, the concourse.
Oh yeah.
Good thing, the green thing.
Yep. And we've also got the new Nissan Z, the 400Z. That's a manual.
Yeah, not into that at all.
Oh, I'd like to drive one. I think they'd probably be an us-focused car. And Ford Mustang, you can get in a manual.
So that's cool.
And I'll be the first to say it. I've hated.
There are a couple of Porsches and BMWs still manual.
Yeah, but they're not cheap. Sporty.
Oh, sorry.
This is the everyday punch
under
100 sort of thing. Yeah, definitely under 100. I have been in, I think it was a 2018, it was a facelift Mustang, and I'll be the first to admit, I will rag on a heavy car. I'll rag on anything that is not my Lotus. But I was impressed with the dynamics and handling of the facelift Mustang. The way you could throw it around a corner, it's a bit like these M3s we were talking about last episode. New cars, man, suspension technology, everything else, chassis design.
Makes a fucking idiot look good.
It's impressive.
Mate,
impressive.
That's what I mean. They're great value. They are.
I reckon I would.
Buck.
With the amount of power that they make, a GT, a 5.0 Mustang these days is like 360 something kilowatts. It's a lot of power. Yeah. A lot of power. If I had a manual one of those, pull their dick
when the fucking. I mean, this is before you were born or fucking close. I was in high school back in the 80s, and everyone used to pull their dick about the Corolla SX was 100 kilowatts. Wow. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
Fucking Brock Commodores were 180 kilowatts. Wow. Quicker than the Porsche, they used to say. Well, that's shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now, fuck, it's like nothing.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, I would love, I really do think I would enjoy driving a manual Mustang as a daily driver, an everyday car.
Yeah.
The only problem is, it would be so easy to enjoy that it would be a set of tyres a week,
and I would lose my license. I'd be sideways through every intersection. It'd be a lot of fun.
Right.
So yeah, by Deshaun's count, 14 cars. And that's it in the brand new market.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow. I've got, 40-something cars in stock.
Yeah.
And I've probably
Most
got
of them manual.
30, probably 25 to 35, 25 to 30 may easily be manual.
Yeah.
Easy. Nearly everything in this showroom is manual, bar 5.
5 cars are all
5 cars.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything else is manual.
Yeah, the way it should be.
20 cars in there. Yeah. Amazing. Anyways.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. So yeah, what do you think? I mean, it's interesting that we've gone from Lawrence Stroll saying that manuals are a thing.
It is, mate. A beautiful big V12 GT car.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Suits it. And then you got those Porsche stats, 40% still buying manual last year in the US. And now, no manual because
The hybrid bullshit.
the hybrid gearbox. Everything's all over the place at the moment. Don't really know what to...
I think it'll push the prices in certain car factors, sector of markets.
100%.
Or firm them up.
100%.
100% it will. Definitely.
Yeah. I would hate to think that what's happened with Volkswagen and even though 50% of their cars were manual, there's no manual option in the Golf GTI anymore because purely because of emissions.
Of course it is, yeah.
I would hate to think that is the reason we lose manuals. Not because people aren't buying them or anything else, but purely because government regulation on emissions becomes so stringent, they literally can't find a way to sell a manual anymore. That would be sad.
That's a big driving factor. It is a big driving factor. Plus also, they really don't give a shit. The majority of this new generation aren't driving. Yes, there's an increase in certain production of certain factors of manuals, but what's the demographic of buying it?
I think it's a good point, actually.
What's the average age?
Yeah, what was the stat on players getting their licenses and the percentage getting manual now is nothing.
I think it's like 85, 90% don't.
And I guess in 10 years you'll see that reflected in the new car market.
In terms, because what's the best fucking anti-theft device? A manual for the new generation.
Yeah.
They don't know, but it's sad. You know, young Alan, who's been helping us out, he's 20.
Oh, you're going to spit on him on the podcast?
No. Well, I told him when he first started, he goes, "Oh, I can't drive manual."
Can't drive manual.
I go, "Beg pardon?"
Fix that.
I go, "We fucking oath, we fixed it, mate. We fixed it in no time."
Awesome.
And we got him in the little MX-5, the MX-5.
The blue one?
Yeah, put him in that.
Dude, that thing's rapid.
Yeah.
It's a turbo MX-5.
Yeah, and it's a bit
moves.
worked, but it's so light, the clutch and the gearbox. So taught him in that. Then the old fucking Benz wagon, the manual funnies wagon.
Yeah.
The 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Mate, he learned.
Awesome.
So, I mean, he ain't going fucking do laps at Calder, but he could... I mean, I'm not going to give him a fucking Ferrari Lambo with a heavy clutch. But in saying that, mate, can you just move? So but he wanted to learn. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
But his dad doesn't drive because Dad's a builder. He's got the Hilux.
Yep.
Mum drives
Just
around
no
the
opportunity
SUV.
to learn. Yeah.
There's not. Yeah. And no one older really have got a manual. So that's why when he came here, and I said, "Mate, can you drive?" He drives a little auto Corolla thing, and we're like, "Can't drive manual." He goes, "No." I'm going, "Fuck, okay, we're going to have to fucking learn, mate."
Yeah, and that's the mistake. So the advice to young guys these days, so many of your parents don't have, or girls, whatever, don't have manual cars. There's no real way to learn. When you buy your first car, go and buy a manual. It's that simple. It's that simple. Just go and buy a manual. And there's so much for those who haven't experienced it, built up anxiety and everything over manual. It's so complex. The truth is, doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are a house mum who has never been given any proper training in any way driving anything and has never done more than 40 k's an hour. If you daily a manual car for a week, by the end of that week, you will be fluent.
Yeah, man.
I don't care who you are. Mate. If you just no other option. I have to get to work today, and I must drive this manual car. By the end of that week, you got it.
Yep, 100%. I learnt on my way home the first time I bought one. So you just do. But in saying that, and today the gearboxes are just so silky smooth. It's just so smooth. The new gearbox is like, oh my God, it's so easy. But yeah, spring loaders, like, fucking hell. They're very, fucking hell. So, no, it'd be interesting to see that. But, no, like I said, still love the manual car.
Yeah. 100%.
The essence of it, yeah, definitely.
100%. So we can get onto our car of the week.
Yes.
Which is so perfect.
Well, manual, yeah. Fucking
it's
grouse.
a manual.
Well, yeah. Again, now really starting to become in their own 1997, but a manual and a coupe.
And a turbo.
So
yeah,
it's, well, depending on the colour. I mean, it's the trifecta. She's a Hamilton's car. It's triple black. It's manual. It's got the full carbon fibre pack, which is quite rare. You don't really see that. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know if I'd have ordered it new. That's the truth. Because one, it's fucking expensive. And two, it's just bizarre to see because a lot of people didn't get it because it's very expensive.
No.
But when you see it on there.
You don't see many turbos in manual.
Yeah, well, fuck me. We had a few. And that was a full turbo pack, carbon fibre pack. But the fact that it's quite unique. And because they are becoming a bit collectible and it's 34,000 Ks. So it's ridiculous.
It's a baby.
Yeah. I mean, there's a white car on at some blokes in Port Melbourne, and that's more expensive and that's more kilometres and nowhere near as good as this car in terms of, lower mileage, pedigree. It's not been messed with in any way. But, if you want a turbo and you want a manual, provided you like black, it's a blue chip, absolutely. It just smells like new. The back seats don't feel like they've even been touched.
Yeah. And the interior is nice. I've been in a lot of 997s and this one was noticeably different.
It's just new.
Yeah.
I mean, the multiple owners have all been, and I've known 3 of the 4. It's 4-owner car, which is not uncommon. I've had fucking Lambos that have had 5 owners in a matter of 3 years.
Yeah.
So whoever's owned it, and I know the 3 of the 4, I didn't know the first person, but I definitely knew the last 3, they were multiple car owners.
Right.
So they've got one of them had 15. Male had I think maybe one year 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And then the last was 6 or 7. So all multiple users, as in multiple cars.
Yeah.
So then you can use a lot.
Yeah.
Always service up to date. It's just new. Mm-hmm. New, beautiful car. Just spec beautiful. Not a single modification. Everything is as factory. A lot of people take the nav system out because they're an old nav system, and they don't work anymore.
Yeah.
Best nav on your fucking system is on your phone.
Yeah, 100%.
That's your best system.
Yeah.
That's the best system. So, don't take the old ones out because it hurts the car.
All I would say is, I don't know
Keep the original factory
how
system.
Porsche did the Porsche Heritage line where they were remaking all of the radios for the old cars with a small screen in them for Apple CarPlay and stuff?
Yeah, but they're like fucking $3,500.
Are they really?
Mate, they're bullshit. It's a period looking
Look, I
modern
like it.
day.
I do like it.
Which is nice because if you're going to do it, it's good because it's like Porsche.
And it's factory
period.
Porsche.
Yeah, but it's a rip too. Like they are. One on the 964 was fucking, it was $3,500.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. But in saying that, if you are going to change it, don't keep the original unit because, people want them period correct.
Yeah.
So this car here is just blue chip, absolutely beautiful. Very, very good, strong car. That car a year ago was 100,000, almost more. So the market's come back, but that's definitely the best one on the market. Lowest mileage, best options, beautiful pedigree. Yeah, beautiful car. That's our car of the week. Just put it to market last week. A couple of sniffs on it. 270, 278, 990. We're cheaper than the other cars. Yes, we're dearer than the other cars, but they're also 3 times the Ks. They're 80 and 90 Ks. Yeah. And they're asking fucking early 2s. So we're not out of control.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful car. Yeah, lovely car. So, yeah, we were blessed. We got some really good cars.
Yeah, well, it came in, we photographed it the same day that we photographed the GT4 RS. And I put them next to each other and I was looking at them and I actually filmed something to put on the YTG stories. And then I decided not to post it because I was a little bit cheeky. Because I was sitting there going, if I had to take one of these out on the road right now, it'd be the 997.
Yeah, I would too. I'd take the turbo.
Because I'd turn that traction control off and that thing would be 3 times the experience that the GT4 RS would be. What else is it besides this?
I can't do anything else. I can't.
So
I mean, it's great, and it is. It's an absolute animal, and I personally think that's probably one of the best specs you could ever get.
you like the grey?
I love that Arctic grey pearl with the sea grey, deep sea blue, magnesium wheels. I think that is one of the most beautiful specs.
I am totally the opposite.
I think
can't handle grey cars, and more importantly, that blue on the YSAC pack wheels on the GT4 RSs. They come in this metallic blue.
Well, it's on magnesium wheels.
I can't stand it. I think they look horrible.
See, I think
and I'm not sure whether they have to come in that blue, but I've seen 3 different color GT4 RSs now, and all of them have a set of blue YSAC wheels. And they just, on every color car, they look horrible.
Really? See, I think it looks hot.
You like it?
Yeah, I think I love it. Love it. Looks hot.
There you go.
But there you go. No, that's what it's
Comment.
about. That's
Do you like it? Blue wheels, yes or no?
Check it out. The YSAC GT4 RS that we've got on the website. We just listed it last week.
YTG.co. Go have a look.
Special car.
Sean likes the spec. I hate it.
I do. I like it. It's different. I think it's nice compared to the... Like, there's a black one. I mean, there's a couple of black ones. Why would you want a black?
Oh,
it's just fucking pointless.
Don't get me started.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly right. The whole shape of the car disappears when it's black.
Fucking terrible. Yeah. Anyways, good car.
Yeah.
But turbo, I'd go the turbo all day.
Yeah. What a car.
Yeah, very good car.
What a car.
So if you're interested and you're in the market for something very special, unique, a touch of still a lot of classic, but still a lot of modernness that you could... Well, you don't want to jump in it and drive to Sydney tomorrow, even though you could, because it's such a beautiful car. You want to keep the Ks down. That's the uniqueness about that car. But yeah, beautiful addition to any collection.
Yeah. I remember. I shouldn't remember this as clearly as I do, but I think I pinched myself a little bit for it. Back in Lawbeck days, so pre-COVID, we had. I can't remember whether it was a .1 or .2, but we had a 997, just a Carrera manual.
Yeah.
I want to say it was a .2. I feel like that's why I remember it, because it was a .2. 7.2 manual Carrera for $69,990. And I just look back at that and I go, fuck, the value.
Fuck, yeah, that's cheap.
The value in that car. And it just would have been the perfect daily. Even to this day, I could have put the kid seats in it.
Oh.
I didn't have 70 grand back then. There's no way I would have had to sell the Elise for it.
No, but,
which I never would have done.
Well, but
I just look at that. I just remember
that
car, like a manual 997.2 for 70 grand. Oh. That's
I think, but see, okay, granted, that car's gone up in value considerably.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That's what I'm saying when you sort of weigh up some of the pricing, and I think that's why I just keep believing in our sector of the market, because there is such value out there that it's still such an enjoyable experience that still every time is an occasion.
Yeah.
You really can get immersed, and you don't have to spend anywhere near some of the monies that some of these new cars are. You just don't need to.
But the Porsche market, I need you to explain to me and to everyone a little bit about the Porsche market, because what I don't get is the fact that you can line up a base model 911 Carrera from the 60s, 70s, 80s next to a 991 GT3, and they all cost the same amount of money. How does that work?
What do you mean?
Like, how many of these 993s, 964s, how many of those are 300 grand?
Oh, there's a few there, yeah.
That's a 991 GT3 RS.
100%, yeah.
How is a 993 Carrera and a 991 GT3 RS the same money? How does that make any sense?
There's a couple of combinations there. One, because we're in an island away from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So attainability is not as easy as, say, a big country's a mass market. 2, 3, you would say that because we have got such a good car culture here, that it's good to see that generations are really like that back then.
There's value in the older stuff,
and now that's keeping the market strong.
But there wasn't, right?
No,
a 930 turbo 10 years ago.
Mate, it's only happened over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
It really has. I've watched it in the last 15, 20, but 15 really got strong.
Yeah.
And it'll always be that way now.
Oh, yeah.
It'll never go back.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I always say, which is still true, a rising tide raises all boats. So when the market's fun, that's when idiots are paying fuck, $150,000 for fucking throwaway GT4 Dino, which is really just a fucking with a Ferrari. It's not even got a Ferrari badge on. It's fucking Dino badge.
Yeah.
But in saying that, Mondials or just a 996 Carrera manual because it's low mileage.
I was about to say 996. So is the 996
the
value pick at the moment? Because in 10 years' time...
I've been saying this even in my Darton days. The 996, the egg car, shut up.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Okay? Half the people didn't even fucking buy one. They couldn't afford it. It's easy to throw rocks. But the diehard still bought it because it's still a 911.
Yeah, it's still a 911. Yeah.
Still bought it. And, the Boxster. Well, mate, if the Box didn't come around, Porsche were fucked. Okay, so that's a part of its history, okay? Yeah. We've got to get on with it. I've always said, not all 996. The cars you buy are, first, manual.
Yep.
Okay?
Don't buy a Tiptronic 996. Don't buy a Tiptronic. Oh, my God.
Don't. You buy a manual. Then, not that they're base levels, but I talk in terms of a level you would go. Obviously, a GT2 or a GT3 or a
without
GT3
a doubt.
That's just a given.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you don't want something hardcore, because they are pretty hardcore. I like them because they're pretty hardcore. My favourite, personally, manual turbo. I'm done.
996 turbo.
Yeah. I'm going to buy one. I missed out on one. It had a bad hit. I wouldn't touch a hit car. Right. I don't mind a car having paint, but fuck, that guy got fucking airlifted after the car got split.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want that car.
Yeah.
But in saying that, a turbo, because at the end of the day, it's still a 911 turbo. Yeah. That Metzer engine is one of the best engines ever built. Ever built in car production. So manual turbo, then I'd go, if I didn't get a turbo, then I'd go 4S. Manual, like my silver car.
Yeah.
Are they undervalued? Yeah. Have they moved? Yeah, they have. They have moved. The market's moved and they've actually gone up.
What's the 996 4S now?
Well, that 4S there, granted, that's a premium. You can buy a turbo for the same money, but with more Ks and Tiptronic.
Yeah.
You know, we're asking 169.
See, that's value compared to a 993 Carrera at 3 something.
Well, a 4S is a manual wide body. That's a special car too.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of them. We didn't get a lot of cars in 96, 97, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is a rare car. And as time moved on, air-cooled, wide body, they are a really desirable car. But in saying that, you know, the 996s have definitely fucking moved, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, at one stage, fucking you could buy turbos for under 100 grand at one stage. They were 99, 95.
Insane value.
Fucking insane. Like I was going to go, fuck, I would have still bought one if a Tiptronic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, great car. Now, you know, a decent turbo's 120, 125, 130, great car, you know, awesome car, still a modern day supercar.
Mate.
Unbelievable, bulletproof, a car that you could really jump in it and you could technically drive to fucking Queensland tomorrow.
Yeah,
like, they
100%.
just do everything you want them to do.
Yeah.
So I've always been a big fan of them. I like to carry them. But if, again, I can only speak by my words, and my words are, those are the cars. And if you look at the 996 that I've carried, I've only carried those particular models. I won't carry a normal car.
Okay.
Unless I traded it, but I won't go out my way.
Yeah.
It'll be a 4S, 2S,
Do you think there's
turbo,
still value
Targa.
in just a 996 Carrera manual?
Not really. To me, I'd rather buy something for, okay, so what are we talking about? It's obviously under 100 grand.
Yeah, well and truly.
Well, so for me,
because that's value. Because that's a Porsche 911 in a manual.
Look, at the end of the day, it's still not. A lot of blokes go, "Oh, get a later model Boxster, let them a Cayman." Well, you could, and yeah, they would drive better, and then they go harder. But it's not a 911.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. It's still 911.
Yeah.
Okay. So to me, would I spend if I had 100 grand? I'd buy a 911, but what I'd actually probably buy is probably I'd buy a G911,
a
like
G
a
series
70s car.
Right.
Now you're not going to get much for under 100, but I'd probably go. That's me. That's me. But see, I've been around the block. I've fucking driven more. So for me, that's my budget, that's where I'd go. Yeah. Whereas the other bloke wants a bit more modern con. So, yeah, I can see. Yeah, 996, it's a great value car.
Yeah.
You know, they're good. Yeah, most of them would have had their mechanical issues, like anything being sorted over time. Yep. But you've got to understand that as these cars have got cheaper, they opened up to a market share that, for lack of better words, I've said that some of these people shouldn't be buying these cars.
Right.
They should be buying something else.
Yeah.
Not that, but they go, fuck, I can buy a Porsche, I can buy a Ferrari under 200 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but
Can you afford it?
It needs a bit of, it needs a bit more different.
Yeah.
Diligence
with 40 grand in the next 6 months.
What I mean? You've got to understand that, if you cut corners, it'll bite you on the ass.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You don't have to take it the fucking Ferrari, you don't have to take the Porsche or Lamborghini, but and that's the thing, you know what I mean? So, again, better on the block. I look at these things, I look at those, and I can, rule of thumb, it's generally the same sort of stuff. So, no, I don't think so, no.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I was very impressed. I got a mate with just a base model 996 Carrera manual, and he let me drive it. It's got exhaust. I think that was it, just exhaust. And I was impressed. Even if it's a base model, it was still
a very well engineered car. It got a very bad rap, and I still think I think a GT2 996 is still a beautiful looking car. It looks fat. So no, I think it's a great car. Yeah, great car. Out of all the supercars, out of all the sports cars that you could spend up to 100 grand, it certainly would be one of the picks that you would buy.
100%.
For reliability and design elements and just ergonomics and the way the car's built and the way it does things. Yeah, I think it's a great car for that sense. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, if I had the money and I had to swap the Megane for a sport family car, it'd be up there with the picks. Yeah. All right, so we've got a couple of questions from the audience again this week.
Thank you.
Some good ones this week. I'm actually excited for these ones. So the first is from, let's find his name here. It's from an Instagram account called Bastion Property Group. This is a really good question. They've asked, how can you start the process to buy a supercar when all the big marques won't give you an allocation unless you've bought multiple cars from them in the past? So if you're starting to get into that money category where you can start to afford this sort of stuff, but you have no history with no marques,
just give me a call.
There you go. That's how you get in the door. If you have no network connection,
you have no network connection, and you
talk to someone who does.
You have to kiss some arsehole dealer who thinks he's high and mighty because he feels he owns the car brand he works for. Well, don't worry about all that shit. Just call me.
Get you sorted. I've heard some pretty whack stories of people that wanting GT3.
I've got stuff people can't get, got it in writing they can't get, and we've got them. So, yeah.
There you go. There's your in.
Yep.
And as we were talking about a couple episodes ago, the value of a broker who can actually source what you need. Yeah.
Just ring me. Ring me. Simple.
Simple answer to that question.
How do you get one? Just ring me.
Or spend a whole lot of money building
buying
a
shit.
big history.
I'm buying shit
with
that
a dealer.
they don't care most of the time, and they won't show loyalty. As I was told many years ago, son, you want loyalty, you buy a dog. And it's very sad because I've seen. Look, I've shown loyalty. That's why I've had clients been with me almost 20 years, and now they're kids because I've always shown loyalty. And of course we're a business. Of course we have to make money. But I'm not rude and I'm not arrogant. I'm not greedy and I'm not, okay, granted, I can't provide new cars, but I fucking can provide new cars. And because I'm a power to myself, I don't give a fuck if I go interstate to get the cars.
Yeah.
It makes no difference to me
100%.
or my people.
Yeah.
Because we've got better deal, better service. And it's not about getting a deal. Now, don't forget, don't ring me if you think you want a discount. You don't get fucking discounts on these cars. I'll just get you the car.
Yeah.
You don't have to kiss ass and buy shit you don't want and all that rubbish. Are there premiums? Hello, there's no elephants here. Of course there's fucking premiums. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
But there's premiums and then there's premiums.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay?
Yeah.
So anyone in my network knows the way it works and then just, exactly right.
Yeah.
So, most of you people will know someone in your network that's done business with me and you know the way it works. So just get in touch with us and just tell me what you want and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no, I don't believe you should go and buy this, just to hope and beg and plead that you may get an allocation. I think that's wrong. I think that's criminal. I don't think they should be doing that. I think that's because we live in a space and we're with the space we do. They did that many years ago and realised, fuck, this is a bit of a success,
Yeah.
full formula.
Yeah.
People talking, people getting threatened that they'll be banned by doing this, whereas deep down the accounts are all rubbing their hands, laughing, loving it, going, how good's this? We're going to keep getting this for the next batch of cars.
The reason they banned people buying and selling new cars immediately was so that they could do it. It's the stories that I've heard of the shit that dealers have pulled to get around the cap price of brand new cars, doing crazy stuff like telling people that their orders were cancelled so that they've now got this slot which has effectively been bought at the retail price, and now that it's not a new car, they can just slap an extra 40 grand on it and sell it at market value, and just dodgy stuff because they
charging
can make more money.
5 and 10 grand. Some cars, some dealers on homegrown shit overseas, which is deemed premium over here.
Yeah.
And I'm going, how much deal delivery?
Yeah,
When I was
wild.
fucking running Ferrari, we weren't charging fucking 10 grand pre-deliveries on 599s new. Fucking pricks are charging on fucking Corvettes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh? So,
Wild.
look, it's silly because it's not long term.
No.
It's grab cash now.
Yeah.
Which is sad. So, that'll never change. That'll just be where it is. Because that's being conditioned and that's being trained and that's being infiltrated within the dealer network, and that's how the sales are being geared up and whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, I fucking got the latest. I've got to get the latest thing. I've got to get the latest thing. Get the latest thing. Well, hang on, mate. The fucking your ceramic coating hasn't even fucking dried.
Yeah.
On your old thing, which is already technically old.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Crazy.
And then wonder why we have no resale in this country.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Got too much choice for the market share that we have.
Yeah.
Way too much. Way too much.
Yeah, we have a very small population here.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The amount of choice we have on offer. America don't have this fucking choice on offer.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's fucking crazy, mate. So anyways, no. Don't.
Call Sean.
Just give us a call.
Next question is from Nick K Magic, who you've met. He was at what's the name of the detailer that had the cars and coffee we went to? Atrium Detailing.
Yeah.
He was the magician that we met there that did the card tricks.
The guy was fucking our brain with the cards.
Correct.
Fuck yeah, he was good.
Yeah, so I'll quickly tell you this story because it's a cool story.
That's right. He was driving a fucking Tesla.
He was driving a Tesla.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we met. We went to the atrium.
Right.
We went to the atrium Cars and Coffee.
What was I in? What were we all driving?
You went
What
in
were
the
we driving?
C63. No. Dad was
Your
in the
man
C63.
drove the 63, the 507.
Correct.
That's right.
I was in the Elfin. You went in. No. Steve was in the Elfin. I was in the green Porsche.
What did I take?
You were in
The BT1, the yellow BT1.
Yes, the Commodore.
Yeah, the Commodore.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. So it was cool. So we went there. We're cruising around. We're having fun. And
Mailing Road too. Don't forget, we got Mailing Road.
We got Mailing Road coming up.
Anyways,
and this guy comes over to look at the Elfin, and so we're having a chat to him about the Elfin. We show him the car, and then he says, "Oh, do you want to see some card tricks?"
Yeah,
and
started
we're like,
fucking doing card tricks, mate.
This guy wants to do some card tricks. Cool. And for the next 5 minutes,
mate, he fucked us.
Absolutely ruined us.
Mate.
He blew our
my
minds. And it turns out he is a proper professional
magician,
international.
Yeah.
Like this guy is absolutely.
He was
up
another
there.
level.
We had no idea we were talking to magician royalty here.
Yeah.
And here he was, and just the stuff that he was doing.
Yeah,
was
he came
incredible.
back, didn't he? Didn't he come back here or something?
Well, so he started talking to us about Sims and all that
That's
sort of
right.
stuff.
Yeah,
so,
the Sims. Yeah, that's
correct,
right. Yeah.
And then, he goes, we want to swap cars and we're going to drive back together. He came back here to sim with us afterwards that very night.
That's right.
And he was in a Tesla.
Yeah.
Oh, what a story.
That was
so fantastic guy. So he has
that's
asked, and I can't believe he hasn't talked to me about this because I would have bloody done something about it. I'm 6'2" and I love the Lotus Exige, but everybody says I'm too tall and I should get a Porsche instead. Thoughts?
Has he sat on one?
Correct. So, mate, I'm 6 foot. Dad is 6'3",
I was going to say your dad's taller than you, and your dad's
and we both handle the Elise absolutely fine.
I was going to say, brother.
So as soon as I've got my
one.
clutch sorted, because I may or may not have taken the Elise to the track and broken it.
Yes.
As soon as I got my clutch sorted, let's go for a drive. because you'll fit 100%. And sort of newsflash for anyone here who has any sort of opinion in the Lotus versus Porsche debate, because it's a big one. They are, those two manufacturers war against each other for driver's cars. You'll fit. You'll fit. You've got to be obese to start having
We've actually got a new one coming.
What have we got
Mira.
We got a Mira coming.
Manual. In the heritage green with the like that. Remember that Cup 43?
Yes,
that green, same colour called green and the gold.
Oh,
coming,
epic.
manual with the 1,000 Ks.
Nice V6 manual.
Yeah,
Excellent.
With the tan Alcantara,
mate. Green over tan.
Yeah,
say it again. Green over
same
tan.
owner. Same owner.
When's that coming?
Waiting. We've got a new car coming, so probably I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks. So yeah, he said he goes, oh no, we'll trade that. I said, yeah, okay, done.
Yeah.
So
fantastic.
So I thought, oh, that'd be good. I said, Nick, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. Well, I've driven
Manual.
an Emira back to back with the Elise up in the mountains, and I was impressed. You can feel the weight. It's definitely a big car. It is not in any way, shape, or form an Elise or an Exige replacement.
No, it's not meant to be.
All. It's definitely an Evora replacement.
Yeah.
But for what it is, it's still handled fantastic, and that you could still definitely feel that there was a DNA between the two cars.
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
Okay.
So
That's
good car. Emira's really good. And we did a whole episode on $200,000 budget and the Emira just being such good value compared to everything else that you can get for that money brand new.
Yeah, true. We did.
That's an awesome car. That's an awesome car.
I'm looking forward to that.
So anyone in this Porsche Lotus debate and sports cars, and Lotus is good for one thing and Porsche does everything. All of you go and drive a Lotus first, then start
you
talking.
have to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you have
the
to.
amount of Porsche people I have
And I haven't
met.
driven the late model shit. When I just, like I said, I hated it because I was blessed to have the choice of what I had. I go, where the fuck I want to drive that bloody thing, crumple my suit and all that shit.
Yeah.
And in Sydney.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I did, you had to go.
Yeah.
It's good shit, mate.
The amount of Porsche people that I have met over the years at various events and here and everything else, who would have been Lotus people had they had driven one first, because they just don't know. Yeah. And that Lotuses are sold to Porsche people as kit cars, skeleton cars, horrible build quality, no interior and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Until you actually go and drive one.
Yeah.
You sold a
And the
false
first time I
picture.
saw that, again, when I was in Sydney, when we had Lotus, and we're at Eastern Creek back then before it was changed.
Yeah.
And this is 05, 6, 7. We had the Cup 240 with the scoop and all that. And they sucked the induction. That was the first supercharged engine once.
Yeah.
And again, Eastern Creek, we had a factory works driver at the time, and I had some of my guys that worked for me. And we were out there, and I'll never forget it. It was an open day, and blokes turning up, and at the time, 996 GT3 RS. What the fuck is that thing?
Yeah.
What's in it? What's in it? Like they hadn't seen it because they were. They're just out.
I would have loved to be around in 2005
amazing.
when they were brand new.
That was just like, wow, the wine. And I remember sitting there and he's just going, mate, just hold. I'm like, what? He just goes, mate, just let it. Don't give a fuck. Bounce it, mate. Bounce it. Bounce it. Just bounce it. I'm like, I was like,
so good.
Fuck. And like I said, I found appreciated. Did I go out and buy one? No. Did I have a choice to drive one? I did. Did I choose? No. But what was but what was my alternative? Okay, well, I'm driving either a V8 Lotus Esprit, which was pretty epic.
Cool.
At the time, I had a brand new SLK 55.
And you're a Mercedes man.
I had a brand new SLK 55. Then I had a brand new CLK 63 cab.
Yeah, there you go.
Why the fuck am I going to drive that little plastic thing with the fucking four-cylinder engine in it when I got this fucking V8? So, yes, I was spoiled. Did I get it? Fucking oath. I came back and knew who used to run it for me, Jason. I go, I fucking get it, man. He goes, I fucking tell you, you should be driving this more. They're great fun and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I get it. Especially when the pricks are like, what the fuck is in these cars?
Yeah.
But they're fucking four cylinders, mate.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Mate, four-cylinder, supercharged.
Yeah,
amazing. So and people, you have to.
Game's come a long way. I got I'm not sure if I've told this story in this podcast. A mate of mine has one of the latest Exige 430 cups, like that green one. Yeah. So this is the absolute cream of the crop Exige. You can't get any better than what this car is that he's got. And he took it to Porsche to go and test drive a GT4 981, the second generation 981 GT4, not the RS, just a GT4.
White one,
manual. Yeah, basically like our white one. Yep. And the salesman's doing a Porsche salesman thing. Oh, this is the greatest car ever. Engineering this, that, blah, blah, blah. They take the GT4 for a drive. They get back, and my mate says that car was so underwhelming and horrible in every way. And the Porsche dealer was stunned because he's a Porsche salesman. This is the king of the showroom, right? This is a Porsche GT product. This is as good as it gets. This is gold in his eyes. And so he said to the salesman, let me take you for a drive in that. And amazingly, the salesman said yes. So he gets this Porsche salesman into his Exige, and they take off and they do the exact same route that they did in the GT4. Yeah. They come back and the salesman is white. And he asked the salesman point blank, why would I buy the GT4 when I have this for the same money? Yeah. No response. Yeah. Literally couldn't give him a reason. Yeah. He was blown away at what that car did. Yeah.
Plus also, your mate can drive and the average punter really can't.
No, and salesmen aren't generally car guys either. They can't really drive either.
They're not. They're really not. No. It's and look, again, been around the block, have been blessed with the brand. We used to make fun of it because the Lotus buyers are a bit different.
Oh, yeah.
We used to make fun of them.
Special kind
Very
of
fucking special. It's like we used to make fun of the Saab buyers and the Citroen buyers and the
even
Renault buyers.
Alpha guys are a little bit.
Mate, I'm fucked. I'm mate, around the number one Alpha Romeo dealership in the country. And I've owned plenty of Alphas. I love them. We're fucked. But something about fucking Saab and Citroen and Renault and fucking French buyers, French cars are a bit fucking strange cats, mate. Yeah. Strange cats. So, no.
Yes. All right, well, we'll get on to our third question.
Yes.
And now this is relevant because we've got one of these coming. So this is going to blend in perfectly to what your answer is going to be. Is it better, and I think this, based off this person, he could actually be looking to buy one. Is it better to buy a Lamborghini Urus, new or used?
Well, no. Don't buy nothing like that new.
If you're in the market...
Hang on, we got one coming.
That's what I'm saying, we got one coming.
I just bought...
I mean, no bias in our response here.
Well, no, I mean, hang on. I've always said it. I wouldn't go out of my way and buy it, but if I trade it, it's different.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
I'm trading this. I wouldn't go out and buy one, but I'm trading it.
Yeah.
So, beautiful clients, long-term clients. I mean, they got it new. I remember they were getting it new. I went, wow, okay. They goes, nah, something different, Trudy. But no, just went, you know what? It's too in your face. And they're not that type of people.
Right.
But in saying it, they did it for a couple of years, but no. So we got them a brand new through one of our really close Benz dealers that we do a lot of business with. We got them basically a demo GLE
E63.
The coupe. So a brand new coupe, and he came and had a look at it. So again, just gives that. So again, a lot of clients don't have time. They're busy people. I'm their car guy. Do I deal in four-wheel drives? I can for you, but I won't normally for me.
Yeah.
But I can get anything you want. So anyway, so he was showing this is what we want. Yeah, done, bang, bang, got the car. He came and drove it the first time. Fucking loved it. And they're good. I mean, a lot of technology, like that fucking
brand new Benz. Yeah.
But just still got that rawness and the sound of
still got that.
But we saved them a considerable amount of money, and the car was only fucking 8 months old, 9 months old was a big saving. Right. Low mileage. But what I'm going to do with the Urus and where it's going to be in the marketplace, it'll be the best value one in Australia.
Yeah.
But when you look at the replacement and what it is, but again, there's a lot of people that like to buy them new. They don't give a fuck what it's worth secondhand. If they can get the right deal and they trade it in and go again, they don't give a fuck. Yeah. And that's where the dealer's going to look after them the second time round. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's where it's long-term business. So, no, you'd buy one secondhand. Well, fucking wait. Come and see the one we've got. It's going to be fucking out of control. Yeah. As usual, we'll control the market, and it is a fully optioned car. This family don't go one way, only one way. It's fully optioned.
Yeah.
It is all blacked out. I don't know if I'll keep it so pimped out, but even though they're not that look, but they just like that look on that car.
How much are they saving on a new car?
On that car replacement, when I go to put it to market, 300.
Oh, my God.
Okay, maybe not that. Maybe 250.
That's not nothing.
I mean, hello. That's what I'm saying. Hello.
So new or used? Well, depends. You want to throw 250 grand in the bin or not?
Granted, the car's done 50 Ks. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives? Yeah.
You don't buy a Urus to go and put in the fucking garage. Oh, I'm going to keep the low codes. You buy it because it's a family car.
Yeah.
You buy it because Lamborghini wants you to drive it every day.
Yeah.
They buy it for that.
And it's an Audi. It's an Audi.
Now, granted, you wait till those fucking Perfangs, the Ferrari.
Oh, mate. Which isn't an SUV.
It's not an SUV. It's a very, very overpriced, fast fucking Maserati Levante. I'm waiting for the fucking get sued by the Ferrari lawyers. Anyways, so that's, I think, one of my clients, just under 1.2.
1.2? Who?
Yes.
How is there a market for that?
Well, there fucking is, mate. It is, just is. There's just those people that just fucking do it. And Ferrari know they can get away with it, mate. So they'll just fucking do it. So...
Wild.
Come on, man. Would you buy one of those new? Oh, but they're only taking so many orders because there's only so many sick people. And then the smart ones will be, I'll wait for it a year. It's like the Lusso. I've sold Lussos and 612s. The 612s, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's a lovely car. It's coming in its age now. The Lusso, not everyone's cup of tea. It's a bit of an ugly-looking car.
I quite like it. But I'd have the FF.
Sorry, the FF, I meant to say, the FF. And I remember the first one we had was in 14 when we first opened Duttons. Fucking 700 something new. It was fucking 350.
Yeah.
Half the V. Now that car, then that car got down to like fucking 200.
Oh, mate.
It was unbelievable. I remember that car at one stage, a black car. We couldn't give it away.
Oh.
I'm going, this car, oh my God. Mate. This car's almost lost 75% of its fucking value.
Yeah.
And I've sold them secondhand, never knew, secondhand. And I've got clients who've still got them. They are a really fucking good car.
Oh, mate.
V12, DCT, 4-seater, bit of room. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's a great car.
Yeah.
And I've got clients who've got them, and they're a fucking awesome car. Would I buy one? Fucking oath I would. I actually tried to buy one earlier in the year. Couldn't get the numbers right.
Yeah.
Just for retail stock.
Yeah.
Great car. Yeah. Not new.
Yeah. As a daily drive family car, I've said it before, the FF is one of the few cars that I reckon I could actually stomach as owning an auto. Because I just think
dual clutch. It is a proper dual clutch gearbox. A Ferrari needed. I mean, the California was the first one, but with a dual clutch.
Yeah, there was one at Lorbeck. We had a black one at Lorbeck with tan interior.
Yeah, that car was. Sorry, yeah.
Well, I mean, classic Ferrari. The fucking door buttons were all broken and falling apart.
That car was
just Italian.
Oh, that car was fucked.
But on a quiet day, I got in there and started it and gave it a bit of a rev.
Oh,
and
wow!
My God,
yeah.
Like
one thing I used to like when I was at Ferrari, when we do a startup in the showroom, which you do like say on a Saturday morning or some shit like that, whatever. You'd start them all up. And when you start them, that's one thing I liked about more when you get to the 430, 458, the way the starting sequences are.
Yeah.
And you have them, they all sound like lions in a cage. Like,
yes, they do. Yes.
They all sound, they have this certain pitch. I used to love it. I go, mate, we're in the zoo.
Yeah.
The lion cage. And just the way they start, and they're
so good.
It has that real rumble, which I always really, that's particular year of Ferrari, it was really cool. I still enjoy that. They had that real certain rumble.
Yeah.
Now it's just all about wow, pitch. And
yeah.
Too much noise, mate.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
So good. Yeah, I would. If I had unlimited money, I'd probably have an FF in the garage. I just think they're such a cool car.
Yeah, they are.
4 seats.
Yeah, they're cool.
All right, so we'll get on to our final topic for the episode today, which is it's more about electric cars. Surprise, surprise, here on the YTG podcast. So every month, Rita forwards us all the VFACTS monthly roundup.
Yeah, it just shows you what's going on in the marketplace.
VFACTS comes from carsales.com.au. Basically, they're keeping an eye on all of the cars that are selling, all of the trends. They have all the big data, and at the end of each month, they send out everyone in their sort of dealer list in the industry.
What's happening?
A report on what's happening, all of the trends, and it's called VFACTS. It's when we had our journalist friend James Wong here a couple episodes ago, he referenced VFACTS a lot because all of the journalists
gives them the database, what's sold,
100%.
Where, when, how much, how this, all this shit.
So the title of this month's VFACTS is the honeymoon over for electric vehicles?
Yes.
VFACTS.
Like
and when I saw this email come in from Rita, I just went, that's a podcast. I didn't even have to read it. So I started skimming through the article, and I've picked out a whole bunch of paragraphs here to sort of read out and talk about, because it's basically what we've been saying this whole time.
Before it fucking started, whilst it started getting momentum, and while it's continuing, and while it's flatlining, we've continued our same fucking story.
For the first month ever, electric vehicles.
It's not really,
brand
but
new
they have
electric
to
vehicle
fucking.
sales.
They can't keep saying that, so they have to say first month. But it's actually it's been in decline for a while.
They're in the decline. They're in decline. So VFAT, and I'll start to pull quotes here.
Let me just get the facts. They have to fucking filter this, all right? They don't want to see this. They don't want to tell the public out there the truth, because it's really admitting the truth. So they have to say this is filtered too. Trust me, I'm in the fucking industry. This has been happening for a while. Trust me, it didn't just go like that and just go, oh, fell off a cliff. It's already been fucking going.
Yeah.
But it's got to a point where they have to start talking about it, because they are fucking stockpiling electric cars.
They are.
At the wharf.
Yeah.
To the point that they're fucked. They don't know what to do with them. So they have to now, all of a sudden, first month, horse shit. It's been like that for the last 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Slow decline. But they talk about 0.025% or 1.5%, which is also flooded as well. So, yeah, I think it's fantastic.
So, VFACTS sale figures show Tesla sales tanked by 44%.
No. Not 4, not 14, 44, which is really more than 50%, because that's bullshit filtered those figures.
The kicker is it's down 44%, even though Tesla are continuing to do their price cuts, making them cheaper and cheaper.
Yes.
And they're still not selling.
No one wants them.
Yep.
Yes. Fantastic. Hey,
how's that?
Yeah. And hey, great resale.
Yeah.
Great
when
resale.
the dealers won't take the cars back because they don't want them.
Great resale.
Yep. Just madness.
Oh, fucking money pit.
Yeah.
Absolute Kool-Aid.
Yep. So
Drinking
some
by the
brands
masses.
are heavily discounting their EVs.
Fuck.
Well, that's a story we've heard before, isn't it? To keep sales buoyant with temporary deals like 10% off the new Renault Megane.
Yeah, of course.
10 grand. 15 grand off the new Pulsar. 15 off the new Nissan Leaf, which is a cheap car to begin with. 15 grand off. 25 grand off the new Peugeot electronic. And nearly 50 off the new Lotus SUV. Now, I meant to do this. I didn't get a chance to. I want to call Mark and ask him, because I know the Emira sales were up massively. We talked about that back in the $200,000 budget episode. They're selling Emiras like hotcakes. They don't have enough of them. But I always wanted to know that $500,000 electric SUV that Lotus made. Is anybody buying them? And VFACTS is saying $50,000 discounts just to try and get rid of them.
That's what we know of, mate. That's what I laugh about this. This is what the public find out.
Yeah. So
Whereas I can tell you,
call Mark. I'll
the
ask
shit
him.
that I've heard, the stuff that I know. Oh, mate.
It's crazy.
I think it's stupid. I think it's funny. I think it's very funny, personally. I just do.
It remains to be
great.
seen whether the Aussie EV sales slump encountered in April will be an ongoing trend, as is the case in the US and Europe.
The only way it's not going to be is by massive financial incentives by the fucking already broke, useless piece of shit government that we have, and that it's ruined this country and ruined this economy and ruined the industry. All they're going to do is throw more money, which us taxpayers are going to have to pay for, to save the whales and save the fucking trees, to the imbos. So they'll push the agenda for 2030, no more, all that, which is not happening. It's not going to pass.
And I love that they've acknowledged.
And you know what the pisser is? What are they going to do with their fucking all the fuel tax? Where are you going to get your fucking money from?
Yeah.
How much can you fucking tax an electric car?
Yeah, well, I mean...
You can't. You're giving them fucking incentives to buy the shit heaps in the first place.
The price of charging is not cheap now.
well, I mean, they're still making more money out of the fucking fuel excises.
Mate.
So, anyways.
Mate. And I love that they've acknowledged here that is the sales slump going to continue like it is in the US and Europe?
Fucking oath it is.
Slumping
No.
worldwide.
Yeah, I was going to say, hello, of course it is. Of course it is. What do you think they're fucking going to dump shit on us?
Particularly, this has forced Ford to rethink its EV-only strategy. The whole EU by 2030 thing.
They've done a
Ford's
full...
just gone, nah.
Mate, they've all gone...
Yeah?
Yeah, nah, man.
100%.
Nah, mate.
So, I mean,
mate.
these are the points. I'm reading word for word.
Yeah, mate, don't listen to us. I mean, he's a lot more intelligent than me. But fucking, hey...
I am reading word for word from
know?
carsales.com.au here, right? And you could probably pick word for word this stuff from quotes from us 30 episodes ago.
Brother,
it's...
The first time I heard about this electric fucking vehicle horseshit was, you know, obviously really in the last 5 years because we saw a couple of Duttons and that was only because Gabby would buy them. But then when I went to Lunatic Land... That's with the get fuck shit that he had, you know, the charges and all that. And you saw that noise about it because obviously there was a benefit for him to make a noise. But that's the only time you sort of saw it. And I was like, this is a fucking joke.
Yeah.
But then just watched it, listening to it, and then realising I'm going, am I missing something? I'm not the smartest bloke here, but am I missing something?
Yeah.
And realising, fuck no, I can see the light, but there's a lot of dumb people here believing and drinking the Kool-Aid. And I love it every time someone posts or links me to some bullshit of another fucking car exploding for no reason. I actually thought someone was doing a burnout the other day in the traffic. The post that I posted it, and it's not. Yeah. And the car was just shitting itself and hemorrhaging and catching on fire at the lights. Just sitting there. And you're going, that's what I said, stop. I said, what did I say in there? I go, stop throwing rocks at the ICE, internal combustion engine. Why don't you fucking call it ICF, internal combustion fire? You like that? So I call them now ICFs, internal combustion fire.
That's brilliant.
I trademarked that.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I think it's great. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Fucking power to us, power to me.
Pat yourself on the back.
I do because... I don't know, mate. I don't know. Just, you know, it's, I suppose, like a lot of other things I look in life. And I'm a conspiracy theorist, am I? I believe in UFOs and Yetis and fucking all that bullshit. No, I just ask questions and generally, you know, ask the right questions and just maybe second guess some of the answers you get.
Yeah.
That's all.
So year to date, sales of hybrid vehicles are up almost 140%.
Well, hybrid.
No, this is good because there's hybrid vehicles.
I was going to say hybrid is certainly different to EV.
I think of this entire electric vehicle revolution, what we're going to get out of this is a whole bunch of hybrid vehicles that are way more efficient than ICE on their own, but are still primarily ICE vehicles with hybrid assistance to make them more fuel efficient. And that's the actual...
Well, that's been around for fucking ages.
Exactly right. And all this revolution has done is refine that because that's the actual realistic answer.
And fucking blown a lot of people's money over this last 5 to 10 years.
Mate.
It's really been probably the last 5 to 7 years, I reckon, really, hasn't it? Really the last 5 years, I think, this EV.
Honestly, now, I reckon it's probably more closer to a decade now.
It has been 10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. A lot of people have been fucking sucked in.
I know.
Fuck.
So there are a couple of curveballs coming in 2025, which is next year, and beyond, which will affect the whole market. Namely, new federal emissions regulations for all new vehicles, which are designed to reward sales of low and zero emissions vehicles and penalise sales of high emitting vehicles.
Which, in other words, just more taxpayer money that we don't have to pay for shit that we don't need.
When we say that our hate towards electric vehicles and the only reason that they are as popular as they are is because the government is pushing them, this is what we're talking about. Manufacturers and buyers are all being incentivized by the government. And now the government's saying you can't make a new car unless it's low or zero emission. So it is literally government law inducing this entire electric car revolution. If the law wasn't forcing it to happen, it wouldn't be happening.
It's not as enforced in some of these other countries overseas. They're seeing it. It's
exactly right.
Fucking idiot Albanese.
So when you hear us say, the government pushing it, that's what we're talking about. It's these rules that are the reason the electric car
and
thing
they're
happened
not sustainable. It's not realistic.
Correct.
And these guys don't give a fuck.
Yep.
They get out there, out of government in 3 years' time. They don't give a shit. Golden parachutes. They don't give a fuck. Yep. They still get flown around on our taxpayer dollar in the fucking fuel-burning private jets. Still get their fucking life drivers that are driving now. They don't have Holdens anymore. They now all drive BMWs.
Yeah.
Remember the deal that these idiots did? Because we have no more fucking... So all the fucking driving around BMWs and Audis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
So the final point that I've taken here from the article. The other variable that could have a big impact on new car buyer intentions is the arrival of several new Chinese auto brands, many of them EV focused, such as Build Your Dreams, BYD, and all of these other car companies that have sprung up out of the blue all of a sudden. This year and the next, which should also spur on more EV sales. So we'll see how that goes. More importantly, lower the price of new EVs by creating more competition. So it's on a downward trend, but there's still a lot of people coming into the market.
There's a lot of
so
factors
we'll see how we go
in this marketplace that they're trying to claim it to be EV, but it's a combination of the basic cost of living, the inflation, the cost of everything. Like, you know, you I mean, you just look at it. You just look at when I was your age to now, our kids' ages and what there is and the cost of living, things like that.
Oh.
The reason why the Chinese and the Asian car companies are doing successful, and they'll get to, like, remember people when Hyundai was $13,990 for an Excel fucking shit heap?
Yeah.
Now, fucking 90,000 for Hyundai?
Yeah.
Their top of the range Genesis, which is like Lexus, 130, 140, which is still fucking better than most of the European stuff. You think about that.
Yeah.
So the quality, the value, they've gone increased. Now, why is the market sector so big? Because everything else from Europe or America is so expensive.
Yeah.
The Asians are landing them. They're selling cheap, 7-year warranties. It's a no-brainer.
Mate, it's insane.
The majority of consumers out there just need a car for fucking transport.
Yeah.
We're in a small market.
Yeah.
Our market's a very loud market, but it's a small market.
Yeah.
Now, most people don't give a fuck. Buy the car, drive to fucking work. It's boring, it's batshit, it's a fucking box. It does what they wanted to do.
Yeah. It's a curious one. Hyundai's CEO, he was questioned about the whole trend of electric cars, the downtrend, everything that's going on. And he said one of the biggest attributors to it, he thinks, is that finally the early adopter curve is coming down. And all of that, I don't want to say generation, but that entire pool of people who bought electric cars because the same reason they bought the new iPhone. They just want the newest, latest, greatest. They want to be the first on the boat sort of thing. They're dying off now. And all those people who bought them just because they were fancy and new are no longer buying them. And we're starting to see it go down.
Massive, mate.
Yeah, because there's no life in that market.
There's not. There's not. That's what I mean. I mean, it's just fucking not cheap. Anyways, all I'm doing is we're just sitting on the sidelines with the popcorn going.
Literally.
Yeah, fucking told
and
you
that's
about
why
that.
that's why I
Told
wanted to
you
bring
about
this
that.
up, because this
Told
is
you about that.
this is no longer
This
two
is not,
dinosaurs sitting here.
people throwing rocks at us.
This is
going,
car sales.
This is fucking facts which are filtered still, because this shit's been happening for ages.
Yeah.
How do we know? Because we fucking know, mate. We're in the industry, you fucking people.
Yeah.
We know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And we know what's bullshit filtered. They can't be telling you this stuff. They could have told you this ages ago, but they can't.
Yeah.
Because there's so much projection. There's so much pressure. There's so much unrealistic expectations put on by our government because of outside forces. So, yeah. Mate,
Wild.
We'll just keep going strong.
Wild stuff. So we'll keep you updated on the VFACTS as they continue to come in.
Yeah.
I'm sure this will be a highlighted topic from them now, is to see whether this down, up, whatever they go.
It will. It won't be sustained. It won't be an increase unless they throw more money at it, which we don't have.
Yeah.
And that's just buying shit.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
100%.
Interesting. Very good.
100%.
I think it's very nice.
Well, on that exciting note,
Yes, thank you.
we'll
all
leave
the
you to it for
naysayers.
another week.
Have a lovely week.
We'll chat to
Happy
you soon.
motoring. See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.